closer to the time. And then Shakti Path will be offered as well. That is an energy transfer offering. So with the grace of our Guru Shri Brahmarishi Mohinji, Swamiji is able to provide this to you. If you have any questions, we have these block papers here. So I'm going to just cover out. By a show of hands, does anybody want to ask Swamiji questions? It's strictly anonymous. But then we only have one thing. If you want to know when your son or daughter-in-law is going to get married, or your son or daughter is going to get married, Swamiji can't forecast that. Okay?
Unless you have a doctor for me to marry.
Then it's possible.
Then we can forecast it very good. Don't have to open book or anything.
Just do the Vastu prayers.
Okay, so if anybody has any questions, okay, I'll just come around with some block paper while the bhajans are carrying on, and then we can go ahead with that, okay? Thank you so much, and Jai Mohanji.
You want to say something? No. Sure.
Mogatavane ஆண்ட குரு குருமணியன் தாழ்வாக ஈசனடி போற்றி எத்திரடி போற்றி தேசனடி போற்றி ஓம் சிவன் சேவடி போற்றி
ஜோதி
பெரும் கருணை
பெரும் கருணை
பெரும் ஜோதி
महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्राय प्रचोदयात् ओम गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेव महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः ज्ञानमूलं गुरुर्मूर्ति पूजामूलं गुरुर्पदमन्त्रमूलं गुरुर्वाक्यं मोक्षामूलं गुरुर्कृपा मोक्षामूलं शिवानन्दने कृपा ओम तिरुचित्रं कमलम् ओम अलै मगले ताये कर्मारी पोट्री ओम अलै मगले ताये कर्मारी पोट्री ओम अलै मगले ताये कर्मारी पोट्री मधुरे उन पेर मीनाक्षी पिल्लै उन पेर सबहामी कातन कर्मारी ताये उन पदम नमस्ते 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 मूर्वेर मुरुमुगमाय कुंड्रम आदि पराशक्ति निये कर्मारी ताये उन पदम नमस्ते 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 ओम शक्ति ओम कंदा चरणम मुर्गा चरणम आरुमुगा चरणम देवी वल्ली चरणम इदबा कणबा चरणम ओम श्वेतमणिक्की गतिवेल मुगनक्क ओम तिरु वैकुंठम वार्वे देवे गुरुवे देवर्गलाम मरुवितुरिगिन्द्रम तिरुमाले मणिये कनिये माधवमे பெருமையம் பெருமானே தமோதராய அராய பொருளாய அச்சுதாய ஹரி நமோ நாராயண
கோவிந்தா 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 சத்சவிதோ கணேயும் பகவத்ய தீமஹி யோ யோ பிரச்சோதயாத் சாந்தி சாந்தி சாந்தி.
முகமாகி
Come
Shivaya. Om Namah
गिरिधर गोविंद गोपाला
Alayam
We just got some water for you all. That's all.
Jaya Hare
पराब्रह्माय विद्महे शिवातत्वाय धीमहि तन्नो मोहन प्रचोदयात्। ॐ पराब्रह्माय विद्महे शिवातत्वाय धीमहि तन्नो मोहन प्रचोदयात्। ॐ पराब्रह्माय विद्महे शिवातत्वाय धीमहि तन्नो मोहन प्रचोदयात्। ॐ दिगंबराय विद्महे आदिपुत्राय धीमहि तन्नो दत्ता प्रचोदयात्। ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। Namaste everyone. Thank you so much for coming today. I see some familiar faces that came to Ashram last year or the year before, a few months back, and I see some new faces. So I'm so happy to see so many of you. You know, when Sage and these amazing musicians were one story came to my mind. There was this very old lady who was abandoned by her family. And she was living in a hut in a forest. So she made a living by collecting firewood. So she would collect these bundles of wood and go into town and sell it to people. That's how she made a living. And years went by, and as years and years went by, as you know, your body starts creaking. Tell me about it. I wake up now at this age, my knees hurt, my back hurts, my head hurts, everything starts hurting. So as time went by, it got harder and harder for her to lift up that bundle of wood, to take it into town to sell it. And she complained bitterly to God every day. Ish, look at the burden I have to carry. I have to carry this huge weight on my shoulders, actually on my head. Don't let the Mukotis, you put those big burdens on their head and they can walk fast. His auntie used to do the same thing. Put this big burden of wood on her head and walk everywhere. And she would complain to God, complain to Lord Krishna. Hey, you carry that mountain on one little finger, but you expect me to carry this wood on my head. So unfair. Life is so unfair. This is not right, this is not right. One day, as she's carrying this wood, the wood falls. And now she's trying to pick up this bundle of wood and she can't. Because she's tired, she's frail, she's frustrated, and she screams out to Krishna, "Where are you? Where are you?" And suddenly Krishna appears in front of her. And Krishna says, "My dear mother, what would you like?" And this old lady, without even thinking, says, "Please help me put my burden back on my head." She could have asked him, "Please remove all the burden from my life. I'm seeing you, Lord Krishna, become my son at least." Something worthwhile she could have asked. But what does she ask? "Please help me pick up this burden and put it back on my head." And this is what we do in our life every single day. There are so many burdens that we have. Burdens that we are putting on our head ourselves. We have these expectations from our children, expectations from our family, expectations from work, expectations from life. All our expectations. And when it doesn't come right, what do? We cry. "God, why my son married that woman? This daughter-in-law of mine is so Katchera, she doesn't let my son come see me." Correct, right? That's what we all say. "God, my grandchild, if only he got a little bit higher marks in school, I wouldn't be in this situation." But what do we do in the next breath? "Oh God, I hope my grandchild gets a nice girl." You're complaining about your daughter-in-law, but you want your grandchild to find another girl. For the cycle to continue. We just don't want to put our burden down. We carry on with our burden over and over and over again in so many forms. In so many forms. We fight with our neighbors and then we leave. Instead of being calm about it, okay, you want the fight, you'll fight with the son-in-law. After you fight with the son-in-law, you fight with your father-in-law. After you fight with your father-in-law, there must be another in-law that you want to fight with. We just don't keep our burden. And that's because of our expectations in life. We have all these expectations that life has to go our way. And if it doesn't go our way, something's wrong. Yet we don't realize that sometimes when things go wrong, it's a very big blessing. Sometimes if your son is taking long to get married, it's a big blessing that Katchera daughter-in-law is not coming in your life. Accept it. Be happy about it. Be happy about what you have. You all know, what's his name? Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders. The KFC man. You know the KFC man? Yes? You know the KFC man story? The KFC man made this secret recipe for his chicken. Right? He made the secret recipe for his chicken. He was around his 20s. He went from shop to shop to shop to shop trying to sell the secret recipe. Nobody wanted it. No one wanted it. Every endeavor he tried always failed. He tried to open up his own restaurant. Bankrupt. Nobody came. I think it's the moustache. If he was in India, it would have worked. No, India people like moustaches. People in the West is a different story. They like everyone clean shaven. You know, everything he tried failed. Until eventually, when he was 65 years old, he opened up his first KFC. When he was 65 years old, he opened up his first KFC because everything failed. Whoever he went to sell his secret recipe didn't want the secret. Until eventually he did it himself at 65. Now imagine if he gave up. If he said, oh, my life is always going wrong. If somebody bought that recipe from him, there will be no KFC today. You know, he's a multi-billionaire. His family is now set for life because of KFC. And of course, I think 90% of us here also benefit because of KFC. Say to the vegetarian. No, say KFC. We all benefit from KFC here. Me too, the veg burger and Red Bull. That's my weakness. So the point of the story that I'm trying to make is that we all hold on to our burdens. Hold on to our burdens thinking life is coming to an end when things don't go our way. But it's not. Like Colonel Sanders, we have to hold on to the name of God. And that is what I was thinking when this amazing musician was singing. Hold on to the name of God. The name of God is so powerful. It works absolute magic. There's this one story of Tulsidas Ji. You know who Tulsidas Ji is? Tulsidas Ji wrote the Ramayana, or one of the authors of the Ramayana. So Tulsidas Ji had a disciple. And the disciple came to Tulsidas Ji and said, see, Gurudev, my father is very sick. If my father dies, then I have to go back to my house and look after my family. I can't stay here with you in the ashram. So please do something to take care of my father, to make sure my father is okay, so that I can be in the ashram and look after you. So Tulsidas Ji said, okay, this is what you must do. Tell your father to have a bath in the Ganga. When he comes out of the Ganga, all he must do is chant Lord Ram's name. Right? Just say Ram, and your father will be good. Now, this devotee had lots of faith in his Guru. So he took his father had a bath, and he told this devotee, he told his father, now we have to chant the name of Ram. So the devotee thought, okay, I need to chant the name of Ram for Lord Ram to bless. But I think I've got to chant it for a little while. So he told his father, chant Lord Ram's name for 10 minutes. His uncle came out of the water and he's sitting and he's saying Ram, 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 200 times for 10 minutes. Now this devotee of Tulsidas Ji expected his father to be better, because that's what Tulsidas Ji said. But his father wasn't better. His father got worse because of the cold water of the Ganga. Now this devotee is thinking, what's going on? He goes back to Tulsidas Ji and he tells Tulsidas Ji, it didn't work. So Tulsidas ji is surprised. What didn't work? I chanted the name of Ram with my father. So 2 people even chanted. No Ram's blessing came. No voice from the sky is saying, my child, you will be healed. Nothing. He got worse. So Tulsidas ji said, but the name of Lord Ram is so powerful. The name of God is so powerful. It must have worked. And this devotee is saying, no. Something is not right. So Tulsidas ji said, what did you do? Then the devotee said, we went to the Ganga, he had a bath, and for 10 minutes, he chanted Ram, 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 and I chanted Ram, Ram with him too, just in case it wasn't enough. And that's when Tulsidas ji gave him one tight slap, straight across the face. Poor uncle fell down too. And he said, is this what I asked you to do? And this man is confused. He says, yeah. And Tulsidas, he said, no. I told you have a bath in the Ganga and chant Lord Ram's name 1 time. That's all you need. You didn't have faith in Lord Ram's name. That's why you wanted to chant 10 times and then help your father chant too. All you have to do is chant Lord Ram's name. So go do it again. So next morning, took his father, had a bath in the Ganga, and he told his father just 1 time, chant Lord Ram's name. And the uncle just said, Ram. And suddenly all the pain in his body was gone. This is the power of the name of God. There are so many stories like this that explain how powerful the name of God is. This is the only thing that we have that will allow us to take our burden off our head and keep it off our head. Not pick it up again and put it back on our head. There's another story which I'm sure everybody knows, where Lord Ram wanted to build the bridge to Lanka. Right? And he came to the sea. And he asked the sea god very politely, no, please make way for us. And what did the sea god say? Hey, I can't do this for you, I'm sorry. I know you're the Lord of the universe, but I can't do this for you. So then Lord Ram was about to destroy the entire sea. Obviously his wife was on the other side. Some men still love their wives, some men are faithful. I don't know about nowadays, but in those days, men were very faithful. They'll do anything for their wife. If the wife gets kidnapped, they'll want to get them back. Nowadays, men, if the wife gets kidnapped, they'll say good riddance. I can find another one. Lord Ram was going to burn the sea. And what did the sea god say? So please don't burn me. Make a bridge across me. How? Write the name of Lord Ram on the stones. And I will make sure the stones never sink. Till today, that bridge exists. Till today. And no scientist can actually understand how that formation still exists floating in the ocean. With the name Ram inscribed. How powerful is the name? How powerful is the name? Srimad Bhagavatam even has this story of a man who was on his deathbed. And he was thinking, oh my word, I'm going to die now. Who's going to get my house? I have 3 children. They're all going to fight for it. My bank balance, how I'm going to share it between everyone. My daughter married someone else. Must I give her money too? And in all of this, he was about to die. Would feel his life going away. So what does he do? He shouts for his son. He says, Govinda, Govinda, please come. Madhava, please come. Krishna, please come. Come. I'm about to die. Calling his sons. And poor man dies. Then the Yamadutas. You know who Yamadutas are? Yamadutas are the agents of the Lord of Death. So they come and they take your soul on your journey. Now they came to take this man's soul. Now this man is looking at them and trembling. hey, I didn't lead such a nice life. I didn't give any seva, didn't do any charity. And now these scary looking Yamadutas are coming and taking me away. But just before the Yamadutas could take them away, Lord Vishnu's devotees came and said, you can't touch this man. And the Yamadutas asked why. This man didn't lead such a nice life. He wasn't a saint. But the Vishnu devotee said, when he died, he called the name of Krishna. He called Krishna's name. And because he called Krishna's name just before he died, Krishna is giving him mercy and taking him to heaven. This is how powerful the name of God is. So if you haven't already, please change the names of your children. There's a lot of names. Krishna, Govinda, Durga, a lot of names you can change them to. Or if you can't change the names of your children, get pets. Like we got Ganesha, we had Riddhi, we had Bhairava, all God names. So if I die and I call for my cat, at least I know way to one God. Some God will take me. Either Lord Shiva or Lord Vishnu or Devi, one God will take me, depending on which pet I remember when I die. So the name of God is so powerful. We have to make an effort every single day to chant the name of God, whichever God you like, however you like. You can chant a mantra, you can chant bhajans, you can sing on top of your voice, but chant the name of God. Let it be playing in your mind all the time. And if you can do just that one thing, just remember God all the time. Remember His name all the time. 99.9% of your battle in this life is 99.9% of your battle in this life is God. Because He will carry the burden. He will carry it for you. That's why all these great masters have come, like my Guru Mohinji, like Shri Baba, Akakot Swami, all these great masters. What do they say? They're not telling you to go sit under a tree and try and meditate. They're just saying, give me your burden. I'll carry your burden for you. All you have to do is remember me. All you have to do is have faith. All you have to do is have patience. That's it. That is it. We are so blessed in this Kali Yuga. Because masters like this have come and are giving us such an easy way to find God. Just remember God's name. Sing God's name. Chant God's name. Even as a group, get together once a week, twice a week, and chant. Choose a deity if you want for each week, and chant a mantra, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Chant together, call God, and God will come. God will come. When Prahlad Maharaj needed God, Narasimha came. When Shabri wanted to see God and she used to eat those jutta berries, Lord Ram came. When Yashoda wanted a child, Krishna came. God will come to you. He will come to you. Just call out His name. Any questions? Is it okay? I think there was one question. Are you okay, sir? I'm not boring you. How far have you come in this route? And what have you achieved? Oh, I don't know if I achieved anything. How long am I Swami for? 8 or 9 years. You know, when I was younger, I think if Ravan had to be reincarnated, it would have been me. If you all think you all did naughty in your life, I promise you I've done worse things.
That's why I want to know what you achieved.
I've done worse things in my life. I think I was the most Katcheri person you'd ever find. Naughty to the core. The worst thing you can think about, I'll be number one to do it. I think I gave my parents a very hard time. But seriously, growing up, there was a lot of burden on my mind. And I'm sure with everyone here, people can also relate to this. And again, it's not a burden that anybody else put on me, it's a burden I have to put on myself. Like for me, it may have been simple things, but I promise you it was things that would crush me. For example, like I used to value myself based on the marks I used to get in school. So if I never got 100% for a test, it will be the end of the world for me. Right? I'll be getting like 99%, but like an idiot, I'm sitting in the corner and crying. Other people are failing. I'm getting 99% and I'm crying more than them. And they're asking me what's wrong. The 1%, I don't know where I went wrong. I'll go to my teachers and I'll fight for that 1%. They'll get so fed up with me because not just fighting, I want the 1%. I'll sit and howl in the class. I want that 1%. Because it will break my heart. It will literally break me into pieces that I couldn't get that 1%. I'll take my textbook, I'll take all of the past year exam papers, and sure, this is how it was answered, this is how I did it, I deserve that 1%. And it's funny now that I think about it. But at that time, for a 13-year-old child to do this, can you imagine how insecure I was? How insecure I was that the only thing that I valued in my life was that 1%. I won't see the 99% I got. I'll see the 1% I lost. And it was very painful. So much so that my entire youth I spent in my room studying. That's all. Even when I came to campus, in my room studying. The only place I'd venture out of my house is to go to the wheel to buy groceries. That time I had to take a bus and go. And the other place I'll go to is the temple and back. Either that, I would not go anywhere. The first dance club I went to, my mother tricked me and sent me. That's how bad I was. That's how insecure I was. That's how much I didn't value myself. Until 2012. That's when I met my guru. So, that time in 2012, I just found out what Facebook is. You know what Facebook is? Sage, you have Facebook. Sage is very good at Facebook. I just found out what Facebook is. So now being this young boy, young naughty boy, from a small farm town called Newcastle, suddenly you're on Facebook and all these girls are there. It was tamasha for me. I invited every single pretty girl, every single girl that showed a little bit of cleavage. I pressed add friend, add friend, add friend. Young, old, middle age didn't matter. As long as I thought you were a little bit pretty, add friend, accept. Lucky I didn't talk to them. Otherwise I would have had children somewhere. So this one auntie added me. And I thought she was the most brilliant auntie in the entire world. She was a hippie. You know 60s love. You watch those movies with the caravan and free love. And this auntie was really a hippie, you know, walked bare feet, wore those tie-dyed clothes. And when I saw she had that van, you know, the van with the bed in the back, to me that was it. I could not accept this auntie. Very fast I went, accept, confirm. Was very sweet. So once in a while I'll see her put some post on Facebook. I'll say like. She'll see me put some post on Facebook. She'll say like. I get very excited. It's auntie likes. And then one day she sends me this message. Say her guru is coming to Durban. Why don't you go meet him? So now because of this auntie, because I kind of like this auntie, I said okay, let me go and meet this guru. Now, this is a white auntie. Now I had very different expectations going to meet this guru of this lady. Anybody seen Osho? You know who Osho is? Osho was a master, was just beyond his time. So like people used to walk, mostly like Gora people, white people used to walk, because he had this huge ashram in Texas, in USA. He'll just walk into the hall and people will go crazy. You know, they'll start hyperventilating and having epileptic fits and taking off their clothes and doing all these things. Now, looking at this auntie and seeing, you know, 60s love, I kind of expected that. I'm going to walk into this place, all these white people will be there, this guru is going to walk in, and everybody's going to start hyperventilating. I had to go see it. And to be honest, that's why I went the first day. I had to go and see this. And the function, I had to phone this person and make a reservation, like say that you're going to come, book. And I spoke to this lady's son, which made it even worse. Now I was 100% sure I'm going to the right place. I'm going to have fun. After speaking to him. Anyway, you know, I was brought up in a very orthodox home. If you're going to go and see a guru, you go and take something for the guru. You know, whether it's like one laddu, one jalebi, or one something. So I went and bought like nuts and raisins and I put it in the gift bag and I was going to give it to the guru when I see it. So I'm sitting at the venue, it was a Coastlands, and I'm waiting. Oh, I took my friend with me because I didn't want to laugh alone. Sitting and waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and he's late. And I'm looking at all the people that were there. There were probably like 10, 11 people that were there. And I'm looking at them and I'm having a good laugh in the back. Thinking to myself, this guru can't be on time for his own function, but he wants to save people from the ocean of time. Having a good laugh to myself. And then I realized, okay, wait, I got a weak bladder. Because when you laugh a lot, you need to pee. So I left the nuts and raisins with my friend. I said, I'm going to go and pee. I go to the toilet and I'm laughing to myself. See, I was very arrogant. I was incredibly arrogant because I thought I knew too much. You know, when you learn a little bit from scriptures, you think you are the bee's knees. By heart, 1-2 verses from Bhagavad Gita, no 1-2 stories from the Ramayana, and you think you're too good. That was me. I thought I was too good. So I'm coming out of the toilet and I'm laughing to myself, where is this man? What is he going to do? Looking down and walking, and I'm thinking to myself, all these people are so late. And I just am about to enter the door. And there, Mohinji appears. So now I look at Mohinji. Mohinji is looking at me. And I burst out laughing. There's this respected guru that is standing there, and I'm looking at him and I'm laughing and I can't stop laughing. And then Mohinji looks at me and he starts laughing. And at that time, Mohinji was a little bit chubby. I think I was a bit chubbier too. Not that I'm anything now, but at that time I was carrying more weight. We both were laughing, really, my stomach was going like this. Laughing. He's laughing. And I'm thinking to myself, hey, I'm laughing at you because you are late. What are you laughing at? Oh, I say it now, I feel so embarrassed. I feel like such an idiot. He must have seen right through me. He must have seen my past, present, and future all in 1 second. And I'm laughing. He must be saying, look at this person. He thinks I don't know anything. And he's laughing. And suddenly his face becomes serious. And he looks straight into my eyes. And then now I tell myself, okay, he's already late. I need to move out of the way, out of the door, so he can come in. And my head is telling my body, move. But my body is not going anywhere. And I'm saying, move, go. But I'm not moving. I can just see him staring deep into my eyes, like deep into my soul. And I could feel certain things happening inside of my body. Like my spine became hot. Oh, like arthritis. And after 5 minutes, he does what felt like 5 minutes. He did the Indian nod. You know the Indian nod? Indian nod. And suddenly I could move. I step out of the way. I go straight to the seat where my friend is. And I think, this man hypnotized me. That's why he was staring at me. Don't go sit in front. Stay here at the back, stay far away. And at that moment, he sits down, he looks like across the room. I was in the last aisle. And he says, please come sit here in the front. Oh. Now what do I do? So very sheepishly, I wake up and I go sit in the front. All the time telling myself in my head, don't look at his eyes. Don't look at his eyes. He's going to hypnotize you again. Don't look at his eyes. So I go sit in the front of the hall. And then I notice that the chair was in the center of the hall. And that the speakers were facing such that if he speaks, there's going to be like echoes and things like that. So I wake up, I go to him, and I say, excuse me, can you please stand up? And my poor Mohinji, without even saying anything, just stood up. And I moved his chair to the center of the hall. I moved the speakers. And then I went to the guy that said everything and said, this is how you should set it. And then I sat down. And then suddenly I realized what I did. They were like most Indian children that grew up in the 80s. Giving my age away. Grew up in the 80s. You were taught, when you go to a function, you chook and you sit down. If somebody wants help, they can come ask you for help, and then you must do. It's somebody else's function. Don't embarrass your parents. Were you also taught that? And here, suddenly, I had so much of guts to go and tell this realized master, please wake up. I'm going to rearrange your chair. Then it struck me. Two things. One is where that bravery came from. All these things that I've carried my entire life, you're not good enough. to be more. You have to keep doing more. You have to keep quiet and just listen. Just sit in the corner and do nothing because what you want. It all vanished. So much so that I'll wake up and rearrange something in somebody else's function. We did the meditation, we did Shaktipath, and that's when I realized the second thing. For the first time, I was myself. You see, before this, I always had this facade. This facade that, I am a good child. I don't make mistakes. My parents must be proud of me. I never do anything wrong. Always had this facade. Do this, do that, because society expects me to do this and do that. Behave in this way because the world wants me to behave in this way. And for the first time I realized when I met Mohinji, I was myself. I was myself. And those two realizations is what changed my life. So if you ask me what I achieved, I haven't achieved anything. But I can tell you what I dropped. I can tell you what my guru took away from me. And that burden of always trying to prove yourself. That burden of always thinking that you have to do something for God to notice you. That you have to do something to reach God. And I realized all I have to do is just be me. Truly and honestly, with all my mistakes. Just be me. Because if Mohinji could love me that first day he met me, and trust me, if Mohinji could love me on that first day, he'll love anybody. If he could love me on that first day with all the things that was going on in my mind, all the things I thought about him, imagine how much he'd love me if I just surrendered a bit. If I just said, okay, to the best of my ability, I'll try and be a better person. Imagine how much more we'd love. Just try. Just try. That's all you need to do. That's why I said, just try and chant God's name. You don't have to do it for 12 hours in a day. Although some people here came for 12-hour chanting and for Shivaratri. 10 minutes. Make that effort. How much you'll get better. The fact that you are sitting here for so many hours is showing how much you are trying. And that's amazing. I heard this one line once. It says, or this one thought, it says that we always think that we love God. That we have to love God. But we don't think about the fact that it's not just us loving God. It's God loving us. Have you ever just sat and thought about that? We run after everyone's love. Our children's love, our spouse's love, friends' love. Anyone here have boyfriends? I hear stories. We run after boyfriend's love. But there's one person that's always showering love on us. But we don't realize it. We don't see it. And that's God. The fact that we're living today, how much must He love us? We all got aches, we got pains, we got diabetes. I am so diabetic, I don't know what to do anymore. I look at the cupcake, I pick up weight. I got a lot of problems in my life. I got pujaris, the biggest problems in my life. No, I'm 99% happy that 1% are my pujaris. That make me sad. I'll never reach moksha with pujaris. We get so much from Him. We woke up today. We could dress up today. We laughed today. How much more do we want in life? Money comes and goes. Money really has no value. You have food, it's enough. You have a place to stay, it's enough. What else do we need? Whether you're sleeping on a single bed or you're sleeping on a king-size bed, there's only so much of space you can take. Different story if you're inviting somebody to sleep with you in the bed. Then in a single bed is the advantage. You can sleep on top of the person. If it's double bed, then you're going to sleep separately. You think about these things. Sometimes it's an advantage not to have money. What do we need in life? There was this one study done where people that were terminally ill were asked, what is it that would make you happy now? No one said more money. No one said work. No one said more food. Majority of people said love. I just want to feel love. I just want to be love. And that's what we have. I joke and I say, Christ loved us so much that He died for us. Our gurus love us so much that they were born for us. Why do I say that? Our gurus didn't have easy lives. Mohinji, for instance, lost his daughter, 4-year-old baby, in a car accident. She was playing on the road and the ball went on the road and she got knocked by a truck. He lost everything in his life. Work, money, he made investments that didn't work out. He got a skin disease, so he couldn't even walk out. So much of bad things happened. For who? He didn't need to go through all of this. It was for us. Do you think Lord Ram had to go through losing Mother Sita to Ravan? Do you think Lord Ram couldn't protect his wife? But he had to go through that pain and anguish of losing his wife. For who? For us. Our saints, our gurus, even our gods have suffered for us. Why? Because they love us. Because they love us. Never forget how much you are loved. No matter what this outside world may say. Never, ever, ever forget how much you are loved. Because even if this whole world, the material world, may not love you, the most important person in this world loves you. And that love is important. Because when you are reborn, You're not going to know your child. You're not going to know your mother. You're not going to know your sister, your family. New life, new people. The only constant is God. So, my message to you is take advantage. Take advantage of His love. Chant His name. See how brightly the musicians blow. Why? Because they chant God's name with so much of love. Imagine if we chanted half of what they chanted. How happy our lives would be. Just chant God's name. I think I spoke enough. Are there any questions? Before we give the mic to someone more interesting. Okay, we'll start with energy transfer. Energy transfer is a very, very unique and special blessing that my guru does. You see, in ancient times, a disciple had to stay with his guru, live with his guru, look after his guru. I mean, like wash his socks, wash his clothes, cook for him, get so much of scolding. And of all of the people in that ashram that used to stay with the guru, one person got what is called in Sanskrit Shaktipat. One person would get energy transfer of everyone there after a lifetime of serving the guru. This is a process of where the guru transfers spiritual energy to you, to your body, for you to use as is. It's a very rare blessing. It's a blessing that creates a spark inside of you. The spark of energy. The spark of blessing. That can grow into a magnificent tree. It used to be very rare. My guru, Mohinji, spent many years meditating. And he connected himself with the infinite. And as a gift to humanity, he allows certain people to connect to the infinite through him. And allow this divine energy to pass through. It's a very sacred process. It's simple. I put my hand on your head for a few seconds, my thumb on your forehead for a few seconds. That's it. You close your eyes. Be open to it. There's no expectations. So we don't expect you to be Mohinji's disciple after this, or follow our path, our sampradaya, our tradition. All we want is for you to be open and get some blessings in your life, so that you have a little bit happier life, a little bit easier life. So all you do is eyes closed, and I put my hand on your head for a little bit, my thumb on your forehead. Sometimes you may feel a bit dizzy, but Sunakshi will be behind you. If you feel a bit dizzy and you fall, he'll catch you. Don't worry. If you prefer a gentleman, there's many attractive men here. But remember, they have single beds. You can see Sage is interested. Okay, simple process. Everybody understands what to do? Okay. Okay, great. We can start with the musicians first in case they need to leave. And then we'll start with the front and go to the back.
करारविन्देन पदा